Yo guys, I've got a spark which I'm going to use to ignite the fire for the final episode of the giant portion of the Carryon Locke Gamer channel. That means we're tackling the Arkeyan trilogy. I am giddy. I am so excited for this because we're finally going to bring a conclusion to this game, which has been tough. We've had 5 deaths leading up to this moment, and that's not going to conclude itself anytime soon because this trilogy, it is brutal. It is time for the slaughtering, not of enemies, but of the Skylanders that remain, because these sections are incredibly tough, and that's putting it mildly. Okay, we are going to have some casualties, and it is inevitable, but the question is, whom are our casualties going to be? Let's find out. Yes, jet mode. Jet mode is a good idea there, Flynn. And you know, I'm gonna play through these sections. Obviously, I have to play through these sections to get from point A to point B in this level. What I mean is that I'm not just going to cut out these sections. No, you guys can watch this alongside me because this is fun. Okay, this is different. The game did a great job spicing up some variety up in here. If we were bored of the previous gameplay loop, that's no problem because now we have something else to occupy us with, which is fan-frickin-tastic, especially since this thing maneuvers perfectly. This is the best flight controls of any video game ever, period, end of story. That is my opinion, yes, but that therefore makes it universal fact. Anyone who disagrees with me, well, they are wrong because that's how opinions work. Yeah, that is true. Anyway, because there has been, well, there will be an elemental switch to the magic element coming up, but unfortunately we have no magic elemental representatives, meaning that whatever Skylanders put in the portal power, they will have to remain until the element of the area switches out once more. So with it being magic and it's not having a magic representative, Igknight will remain on the portal for that time. And that means that he has some pretty brutal sections to get through himself. But you know what? Ignitor can dish out damage as well as he can take it. So we should be fine. We just got to make sure we don't get hit a single time. Because with Ignitor's health bar, or should I say lack thereof, getting hit a single time will mean that I will die. That's pretty much the be all and end all. These enemies, when I say they are brutal, I am not lying. Okay, so let's get ourselves some boost, and then let's make sure we actually stop off on these side sections here, because one of them is going to have a particularly useful Oryx store, in which I want to visit so we can garner the utmost useful charm in the game, a charm that is particularly great. This is not the one. I repeat, this is not the one. We're going to get the fuck out of it before we die to this section, a side section of the level. It's not even necessary in the level's completion, so therefore we're going to take no risk and get high rewarded for it by not tackling it in the first place. But say the section we're looking for, it involves Oryx shop, where they will have a charm that will help us fight off against robots. In case you cannot tell, pretty much all of the enemies in these levels are going to be robots. So a charm that helps us fight robots in the robot levels, you can see instantly how that will be useful. So therefore we're going to keep our eyes out for that store. We want that charm in order to make things a little bit easier for this Arkeyan trilogy we have in front of us. So the Arkeyan duelist is going to take out the troll pincers for us, which we saw introduced in the Dark Light Crypt, but those guys, they aren't the problem. Okay, luckily that's what I have somewhat a projectile attack for. Okay, let's charge up. Knock it back a little bit. Try not to get hit, so much about that idea. Okay, this is bad. This is very bad. Okay, let's get out of here before we die some more. Try not to get hit by you. How are you not more dead yet? I think that's a good solid question, that one right there. How are you still not dead yet? How am I not dead yet? All these questions. I have many questions. Still not dead yet? Don't ask me how, I don't get it either. Don't ask me how, I don't get it either, because we just survived that! Oh, okay. That is why we do not question Igniter's awesomeness. That was sweet. Let's freaking go, Igniter. Oh, And you guys thought that with him being a melee character, he was in trouble against those duelists. Here you guys thought that Igknight was true. Well, you thought wrong. That was brilliant. Bloody brilliant, as Ronald Weasley would say in Harry Potter, one of the top tier characters of that entire franchise, mind you. Oh. Okay, I once again need to calm down a little bit because my lack of concentration will be what gets me killed, especially since I'm not concentrating. I don't even have both hands on the controller right now. It would be awful if I died to one of them. That I would not like very much. In fact, I wouldn't even like it a little bit. Not even a little bit. Wouldn't like it at all. Okay, that's open for us, which is great, but unfortunately there's going to be another barrier in our way. But this guy has no problem. That's what we have the bombers for. Bombers! Try to bomb me. I dare you. I dare you. Try to bomb me. I dare you. Go on. Do it. Do it. Fool! Fool! Oh, shit. Well, it appears that the bombs had a mind of their own. I tried to target the flamethrower fella with them. That didn't quite work out, but luckily that's what I have fire of my own for. That guy, he couldn't handle the heat, which is ironic because he was a flamethrower guy. Oh man, this guy, no matter how far away you are from your opponents, they are as good as dead at the helms of Igknight. He is that good, mind you. So without further ado, let's continue on, see if we can find Oryx's shop already. Man, I'm so glad I did not tackle that previous section of the duelist because that would have been a lot more harder to survive. First of all, they were much more higher in quantity. And second of all, the space in which to fight them wasn't as ideal. It was smaller, less manoeuvrable for your boy Igknight over here. Best thing about him is that his charge ability, you can walk around whilst doing it. Very few other Skylanders can maneuver whilst holding a charge. So you don't need to worry about enemies foolishly coming into your path as you charge that ability. No, you can charge that ability and then take it to them. And when it deals 80 damage, whoo, that's when you know your enemies are screwed. Oh yay, double rockets, don't mind if you do. You see, first we screwed the duelists, and now we're screwing these fellas over here. I almost feel sorry for the Arkeyans. And we're going to get a charm to make them even more easier to deal with. Man, these Arkeans, they are so screwed now. I mean, they were pretty screwed to begin with, having to deal with Igknight and all that, but they're even more screwed now than what they were beforehand, so that's really saying something. Anyway, what does this landing platform have in store for us? Let's find out. Oh, we're not even 10 minutes into this episode already yet, and my heart is racing. Playing these levels back to back is really going to be a true test of my endurance and just how much my heart can put up with. It's a good thing heart is the strongest muscle because boy do I need a strong heart going through this right now. I need strong butt muscles as well, you know, my butt is clenched tight. Let's bounce up. Okay, here's Oryx's shop, but I don't think I have enough treasure for the charm at hand. Yes, I'm short by several thousand points, so it's time without further ado to change that. Okay, here I am. As you can see, this Skylander has a lot more treasure than what Series 2 Igknight had to offer, so we're going to go ahead and buy the Robot Repellent Charm for 8,000 treasure, as well as the Skystone, because that is a brutal Skystone. Do not mind if we do, my friends, do not mind if we do. We're also going to pick up Regeneration Power Up, because there is no way that this could possibly hurt us, so let's buy that, and then we're going to instantly swap back to Ignitor, so I'll see you once that's all said and done with. Okay, we're back with Ignitor, and the next element that pops up is that of the air element, so we'll be able to swap out to a representative of the air element, because both of those fellas are still kicking it. They're doing just fine. In fact, Swarm and 180 are doing more than just fine, because they are absolute units to be trifled with. They are almost, keyword here is almost, as brutal as Ignitor is in combat. So when that inevitably pops up for our air characters, it would be better us speeding to that point in time so that then they can take advantage of Regeneration Charm. Ignitor's health doesn't matter because we'll be swapping out for him, from him soon, and you know, basically we'll be able to swap out away from him before he has the chance to take any damage. It's a convenient way that works, very convenient indeed. We're going to get some more rockets because they can only be useful to us. There's no way in which more rockets could possibly hurt us. So yeah, luckily that regeneration charm does not carry on through the copter section, so we're just going to get to this Hall of Silence as fast as possible, where we can switch out the Swarm, and if he takes any damage in the process, it's no big deal, because we have the regeneration charm, which is going to keep healing him up over time, so long as we have time remaining. We have 70 seconds, so that's a good amount of time, actually. Let's kill off that guy. Okay, now we're going to wait for him to try to bomb us. Try to bomb us, please. Or not, you know, he could just stay back there. Oh, there's the bomb we were so desperately after. Thank you, enemy. Get the fuck out of there, because I am way too close to his hitbox. I did not like how close I was, what can I say? And just like that, one fell swoop will take us both out simultaneously. Helped that I had a damage buff from obviously the charm I bought previously. You know, that definitely is coming in handy already. Bomber dude, help me out, bomber dude, help me out. Bomber dude, give me bombs. Thank you, and that is going absolutely nowhere. Thank you for nothing, you useless bomber dude. And that is also, too, going nowhere. And it's going to hit the bomber dude as opposed to the dudes I wanted to hit. That is not useful, not even close. But luckily for me, that's what I have my maneuvering skills for. In the end, I didn't even need the bombs. The game was clearly giving me a hint. So, with Swarm, luckily there's some food back here for us, very beneficiary, so we got to heal up a little bit from Regeneration Charm and from the food, but I'm not sure how many hits I can tank at the moment. Not many! And it's going to be that much more difficult with a freaking Juggernaut and those guys to deal with. Never mind. How did he die as quickly as he did? Not I'm complaining, mind you. Okay, great, now I have to keep these guys at bay from back here. Does the Repellent Charm, like, buff up my damage and decrease the health bars or something? Like, what's going on here? It's insane how good this guy is. I mean, I did hype up this giant for good reason. When he was picked from a random name picker, you guys saw how excited I got, and that excitement was justified because Swarm is the best giant, hands down, by miles, that is. And this gameplay on screen right now is proving exactly just that. No, not the decrees! Anything but the decrees! So, here we go. Let's just watch these guys majestically spawn in out of nowhere, like that. But that's not going to matter, because between myself and the lasers, they are as good as dead anyway. Dude, can you, like, not stand there? All menacingly? Okay, let's see if we can keep the perfect distance. That is not the perfect distance, Swarm. Trying to get hit by a laser. Thank you. It is very annoying that this guy is still in our way. Like, we can't even squeeze by him. But luckily for us, this gives us enough room to maneuver around laser. So we're just going to stand back here. Okay, watch out for the laser again. Sweet. You see, when it's one of them, they are no threat to us whatsoever. It's when they start multiplying. That is the problem. So let's get out of here. I remember I was really struggling at one point with the no-hits challenge in the Malkin Mountain Arena, so the Pipsqueaks Mincemeat Mayhem or whatever it's called. I was struggling with a no-hit challenge. I decided, on a whim, to try it with Swarm. Swarm was the character who wound up beating the challenge in the end. Swarm of all people. I tried it with Igknight, I tried it with Jobot. Nothing was working. But for some reason, when I play Swarm to the portal, yeah, that's when I do just fine. A no-hit challenge with a giant should be a lot tougher than that. But fortunately, Swarm does not care about what should and should not be possible. Much like how bees, they you know, given how big their bodies are compared to how small their wings are, by no means should they be capable of taking flight. Yet the bee goes ahead and does it anyway. It's like the start of a bee movie all over again. But regardless, with magic being stronger here, once again, I have to remain as Swarm a little while longer because there is no magical representative to switch out for. Am I going crazy? Because I swear there's never usually duelists here. Wait, and there's a flamethrower! Since when? Is this because I activated one of those, collectible areas, so it's, spawned in these guys from what is usually that collectible area and has brought them here instead. Because yes, I'm very familiar with this level, familiar enough to know that this is not a common sight, mind you. Okay, that laser isn't quite hitting that fella. Now it is. Get over here, man, don't be shy, come on, this laser's got your name on it. Yeah, that's it, get over here, get over here. Oh, that's not close enough. Luckily, I'm still far enough away to where his blast don't hit me, but I can hit him! Sweet, we got him. I really wish I could keep the laser there, but unfortunately that, my friends, is asking too much. So we gotta come back up here, get this guy out of the way. Sweet! Then after we've grabbed that fella up there, oh, and after we've also defeated these fools, of course. Now we've got to get rid of them first and foremost, but yes, now that they're all gone, let's grab that fella. We're going to do exactly what we did, the same strategy with the flamethrower. We're going to bring round this laser. Why? Because that will usher in instant death, and it will be highly satisfying for my senses, particularly my sense of sight, because I will get to see destruction and reap the rewards for it. It's very, a big mental buff for me mentally is what it is. Haha. So go on, fella, just jump straight into your death where I can have my mental buff. Let's go. Oh, let's not get hit in the process though. I'm spending a little bit too little time away from my controller in hand. I should probably stop doing that. So here we are back at the caverns. Let's continue piloting this thing. Yes, Flynn. Yes, it was. Congratulations for noticing. Anyway, we're back into jet mode, where now we can focus solely on flying because we have no more need to worry about stops for Arkeyan, for Oryx shop, not Arkeyan shops. I didn't even know Arkeyans had shops. Okay, that's a very pleasant boost chain we're building up right now. Plus, the treasure 2 is also pretty great. We not only get a satisfying addition to our treasure count, but we also get a nice little ding when collecting it. Oh yeah, that's a nice sound effect if I've heard one. And I know a thing or two about nice sound effects. You know what, we took damage for it, but it was worth it. So let's continue garnering ourselves some of these boosts right now. Boosts are handy because they allow us to boost. What else would a boost do now, right? Okay, so what we need right now is rockets. Luckily for us, this guy's going to provide us with some. Thank you very much there, Mr. Robot Friend. Not a ghost robot, not a best friend either, you know. That right is exclusively for our best ghost robot friend. There is only one! And he is the only one worthy of that title, being our BGRF, our best ghost robot friend. We have extra rockets that I don't even need because that is fun. It is fun to rub in enemies' faces, how much better I am than them. And everyone knows that you're a better person when you have more missiles. That's how it works. That's what makes me better than them, all of them. Oh wait, never mind, I do need these rockets. Yep, that's my plan, Flynn. That's the plan, Stan. Woo, that might be good, actually. Boom! Finish them off with a rocket. That's what I'm talking about. And now those enemies, once again, are just going to majestically spawn in from the might of thin air. But we did get those rocket ship treasures, which look really cool, so I'm very glad and very satisfied to have picked those up. But now, water is stronger here. I really wish Whamshell's light core worked in this game because it'd be so nice to get that light core buffed effect. But we're not even going to use Whamshell. Instead, we're going to use Series 2 Zap because Whamshell does not stand a chance in this section. I mean, neither does Series 2 Zap, but at least that chance is at least a little less minuscule with this character. Give me a bomb! Pretty please. Bombs, fellas. Okay, no idea where that bomb's gotten off to, but it's not in our hands, which makes it useless to us. Oh, that's better. Ow! Shit! That was a lot of damage. That guy came out of nowhere. Okay, luckily for us, we can keep our distance and outmaneuver him, at least to the best of our abilities. This guy is not defeating these as easily as Sword Wars now, is he? Or maybe those guys were defeated so easily in the previous bit because they were weakened forms of the enemies. That's a possibility too, I guess. Okay, he's going to do that stupid attack, which is going to land him right within my Sea Slime Slide. The Sea Slime Slide is great because obviously it stuns for small enemies such as the duelists. Oh! Oh shit, there is another one. Why did there have to be another one? I mean, I know why, but why? Okay, cool, that worked out. Thank you, range. Why is there still another one? Bombs, throw me a bone. Thank you. Oh, they throw me more than a bone. They throw me a pretzel and everything. Okay, there we go. They're dead, which is great. Obviously, what else would it be now, right? And this guy I can keep my distance from. I just have to make sure I space him perfectly, otherwise his flamethrower is still going to hit me. And I really don't want him to hit me. If he hit me, I'd be very sad if he hit me. Come on, Zap, we gotta do this. We gotta do this for Riley. Get him out of here, slowly but surely. We're getting him out of here. Or not, I guess. Die! Die some more! Die! I don't care that this is a cheap tactic, okay? Whatever works, we are going to cheese the hell out of it. We even got an elementalist reward and a new rank. We earned a hat? Oh, you could bet I'm wearing that hat. We earned this, what can I say, man? We worked so hard for this buff, and in the end, it was absolutely worth it. What can I say? This man, well, I wouldn't exactly call him a man, he's more of a sea fish creature thing, but the point is, whatever he is a handsome looking fella in that hat. I mean, he was already pretty good looking, but that hat just exemplifies his beauty, draws attention upon it. I wonder if when you're playing as someone like Gilgrunt and you have the hover jetpack, or if you have someone with a dash, who can dash forward, or just someone with, you know, a highly momentum-based move period, I wonder if they can jump straight down to the one on the right there, you know, make this puzzle a little bit more quicker and easier. Okay, we're going to push these into place, because then we can gain access to that pie up there. Oh shit, that was a bit too soon, actually. I need to hit the teleporter again. I got a bit too excited with the promise of that pie, so to say. Oh, and actually, by the looks of it, we don't even need to change anything further from where we're at already. The puzzle is already solved. You can grab the pie as it is. So let's do such a thing. We can bounce up, get over here, go there. And then, of course, we can just go back the way from which we came. Every piece of health counts, because at the end of the day, when I finish this level, it doesn't matter if I finish this level at 1 health or 600. Health is still health, and so long as I have it, Zap will not be defeated in battle, and he will be able to be used again and again and again and again until he is defeated in battle. That's how this works. That laser can't hit me from back there, can it? Because if it can, that would be so annoying. Okay, I seem safe from the laser for now, but it being back there, it being something at the back of my mind I have to worry about, is not good for my mental health. In fact, this level just isn't good for my mental health, period. Okay, can this fella do me a huge favour? I understand this is a big ass, but, you know, can you give me some food afterwards? Actually, if that Arkeyan Juggernaut keeps moving forward, not that much, a little bit less than that. I don't think this laser can penetrate through the gate, which is fortunate for us, but if he keeps moving forward, you can trick him to come into this section, and that means I will have isolated the Juggernauts, and as we mentioned previously, they're a lot easier to deal with one-on-one. So yeah, that'll make that next section a whole lot easier if things go according to plan. Yeah, I don't think that laser can penetrate that fence, so I think we're safe. We just have to worry about the crystal golem for now. A task easier said than done, apparently. So let's continue hitting these crystals. We took out one of them already. I say already like it was quick. This character is very much the dictionary definition of slow until he wins a race. That is until I get stuck. I got stuck and it ruined me. There was fuck all I could do there because I got stuck. Like, seriously. I inputted as far forward as I possibly could. And there was no way I could turn around in time. Because that might be maneuverable, but his agility is trash. So if the only way I was avoiding that attack was moving, and I got stuck, so there was no way of doing that. Unfortunately, Zap's top hat didn't pay off, and now we have to go back to his Series 1 version instead, because obviously when the Series 2 is defeated in battle, we revert to the original. Hopefully, I'm not still stuck, and hopefully this hat will be the hat that I was looking for the entire time. Now, maybe what truly screwed me over is that I had the bronze hat as opposed to this glorious hat. But yeah, so this is definitely the best chances I've had in this level in a while, because usually the Juggernauts don't isolate themselves as pleasantly as what they are right now. This is a pleasant isolation from one another, this is. That's what we're talking about. Okay, now all we've got to do is finish off this final golem fella. I can't help but feel like this path is better, because that guy was defeated a lot more easily down this path. Wait, no! What am I talking about? The path had nothing to do with it. It was obviously the hat. Yeah, that's it. Get over here, fella. Oh, you can't penetrate through the thing. He is so screwed now. Oh man, I really hope to have the perfect distance to keep away from his constant... Okay, is this the perfect distance? Is this the perfect distance? No, it is not. Obviously, if you get the perfect distance, I once again can initiate the ultimate cheese tactic, so that then he continues in a melee attacking loop, and I, being far enough away from melee attack, don't take damage to it, and he keeps taking damage to me because he just keeps up with his melee loop. Anyway, this guy is a much easier guy to deal with, because you can quite easily get behind him after he launches his attack. Is this the perfect distance? Yes! Haha! I have that cheese tactic I was just alluding to, the perfect distance where I can attack him, but he just continues in his constant melee attack loop, which I am far enough away from to where I don't take damage from it. That is convenient. Okay, here we go. Let's take out some more fellas. Man, that wave is dealing so much more damage down this pathway. That's one thing I didn't even notice comparing these two pathways together, how much better the wave is down this pathway. And I can imagine that if you combine the wow power of this pathway, then you have a really overpowered tertiary attack. A bit like Stump Smash's Acorn pathway combined with this wow power, how those attack chains go really well together. Perfect distance again? No, not perfect distance, unfortunately. And now I also have to deal with Flamethrower Guy. Not the Flamethrower Guy. Anyone but the Flamethrower Guy. Okay, let's get the fuck out of there. Luckily for us, that's exactly what we did. Okay, they are in a very beneficial attack pattern for them. Never mind, because he is dead. Final enemy of the level. Let's take him out. Come on. Come on, let's go! Oh, we might have lost Series 2 Zap along the way. But apart from that, I think that was about as perfectly as I could have played it. In fact, this entire level was played as perfectly as I physically could have played it. Because one death in the entirety of this level is peak gaming. This is what peak gaming looks like, folks. Woohoo, baby. I did well there. I got to pat myself on the back, but I got to stop doing that because that's going to wind up jinxing me for the next sections, where once again we have some tough water sections coming up. In fact, we have a tough Earth section coming up, because Earth pops up in Lost City of Arcus right before Magic comes up, which is, you know, going to make that section a whole lot tougher. Obviously, we can't switch out for Magic because all of the representatives of the Magic element have been defeated in battle, therefore they are classed as dead and cannot be used again for the remainder of the lock, because my hair has gone into locks. Talking about locks while my hairs lock up, that's some hilarious wordplay, so to say. But hey, at least my hair is fluffy like this, even when it's all knotted up. I'm going to have to give it a good combing after this, because long hair, whilst it looks glorious, was not so glorious as actually maintaining it. So, yeah, that's going to be fun. No! So without further ado, let's head out for the Lost City of Arcus. We get to start as Zap. In fact, Zap is going to be playing a majority of this level, pretty much up until he is defeated, more or less. So here we are, the beginning of the end, where once again the magic element has popped up, but I have no magical representatives to switch to, therefore we shall remain as Zap a little bit longer, loop around that crate before it hits us and deal damage, because that would not be ideal. And actually, I say it's Earth that pops up before Magic. I'm pretty sure Tech is thrown in there at some point as well, so we might be able to get away with going through it as a Tech character instead, which means Drill Sergeant. Or, actually, Bouncer will do well, because he can use his rockets from the higher up ledge where the zombie fellas, I forget the name, their official name, but the zombie fellas can't hit us when we're up on the ledge, but the rockets can hit them. So I think Bouncer might even be a better play. It'll just mean that we need to avoid the snipers, but luckily for us, Bouncer has enough health to where you can tank multiple hits from snipers. So yeah, I suppose this will be the time where we can take advantage of giants in Skylanders Giants. Funny how that works. Okay, there's that earth element I was referring to earlier. Let's take out that crate and then swap out for a little bit of bash. Because apparently we haven't seen enough of him already from Dragon's Peak. If I knew I was going through the zombie section with this fella, again I've got the name of the official, or the official name of the enemy I should say. But either way, going against zombies, I will definitely pick a Flashwing for that scenario. But now we don't need to put either Bash nor Flashwing at risk. In fact, Bash is a better option here because he can more easily get this into place in time. And from there, we bounce up, grab ourselves a key, blow up all of that, switch out for a bouncer as a tech element stronger here. Yeah, baby! So yeah, let's grab all that treasure because I feel as though bouncers earned it. We're going to blow up that wall, even though it's not going to give us anything of benefit because that's Chill's soul gems that we have no interest in. We're just going to, you know, ignore the Earth is here. You know, it's here for 2 seconds, no enemies spawn in, so we might as well just stick with bouncer, right? This was the plan. I concocted this plan perfectly. At the end of the day, all that would have happened there is we would have wasted 2 seconds switching out for Flashwing instead, after having wasted 2 seconds already switching out for Bouncer. So I ask you the question, what would the point be in that? So, this is great. The only question is, can I hit them for quicker than what they're healing for? Oh, my lasers hit from up here as well! Oh, lasers for the win! Oh, to be fair, the rocket tactic definitely worked. Like, this would defeat them. It would just take a fucking long time to do so. So we're going to start with the rockets, and then we're going to bring in the lasers for the overkill! Food I didn't even need, that's great, that's fantastic. Okay, you know the drill at this point. Lasers and rockets. Even though they're not as easy to hit from this trajectory. There we go, that's more like it. I think my laser's about to, yeah, overheat. Look like that's what I have rockets for. As well as epic music. I love myself some Lost City of Arcus music. So now all you gotta do is not get hit by the sniper. Okay, that's a good start. Okay, snipers are not very good when it comes to range, apparently. Bouncer absolutely nailed that. Let's freaking go, baby! Oh, that's what we're talking about. I would love to swap to Magic Skylander, but they're both having been defeated in battle, meaning that their class is dead. Cannot be used again. I don't make up rules. Wait, hold on. Guess I suppose I kinda do. Yeah, I make up rules, so now I gotta reinforce them, bro. Anyway, Bouncer is slow, so we're not taking full advantage of this invincibility charm right now, which is unfortunate and annoying. But what we can do is we can swap out for Bash and get through this section much more quickly. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Back to Bash. Thank you for that pressing announcement there, Chaos. Honestly, I think my life is much more fulfilled from your announcements right now. Oh, good of you, Conquertron. Congratulations. Okay, take out that fella. And now it is time for Zap again, because clearly we haven't seen enough of Zap this episode already. But what can I say? He's going to be our MVP for the Arkeyan trilogy. Not necessarily our MVP of the entire series. If Series 2 Zap was still alive, that would be his honour. But definitely the MVP of this Arkeyan trilogy. That is, again, as long as he survives this, which is easy said and done. Because this section is the easier one, and this, unfortunately, is the section where we have to waste the invincibility charm. Oh wow, this fella got a bronze hat too, bronze top hat too, but after what happened the last time, I'm not going to trust that. No way, Jose. Oh boy, there's lots of them now, and my invincibility charm has been used up already. Oh dear, now I actually have to worry. Especially when my C-Slime slide doesn't want to work, despite me having pushed all of the buttons for it to work. When I push buttons, I expect the action of the input to be made video game. I think that is simple video game logic. I don't think I'm asking for much for the video game inputs to register said inputs. Ooh, that's great. No damage so far. Gotta keep this up. Is that the unsung, unknown about absolute broken character nightmare mode. Is this the character who's been missing this whole time? Well, I think we're about to find out. This is what happens when you play Locks with similar females, because obviously I did the legendary Locke as well as the light core Locke. Both of those Locks had Chill as a representative. So not playing a Zap and Nightmare mode, obviously I've been missing out. Okay, cool. Keep well out of the way of that attack. Looks like all of this food, if I don't get hit, is going to go to waste. Not that I'm going to go out of my way to get hit, mind you. Obviously not getting hit at all is the most ideal form of being hit. After that it is a light hit, but I'm pretty sure those big fellas deal more than 665 damage, so I prefer not to get one shot by them, thank you very much. Anyway, let's take them out, grab the fruits of our labour, that being that one single piece of treasure right there. And yeah, food has unfortunately gone to waste, but let's bring down the orb. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, Zap, why do you have to be this way, man? This is so stupid broken out. I love it. I love how stupid broken this character is. I love it so much. Anyway, it would be a lot easier to use for orb on these guys. A lot easier at that, but I can't see them, so therefore I'm afraid. And we're just gonna... Fuck me, play it safe. What kind of hitbox is that? Oh shit. If only I could go back for that food right now, that would be great. But unfortunately, it's very clearly asking too much. If only there was water around here as well. I keep forgetting that Zap is a particularly useful soul gem, his love for the sea. But we can't take advantage of that right now because of the lack of water that surrounds us. Okay, Zap, his days are numbered at this point. As tragic as it is to say, and because we dropped down earlier, obviously with this game having a lack of a jumping mechanic, we can't go back for that food. Oh, if only I used for ball to take out those Arkeyans, but to be fair, it would have been about as difficult either way, because for ball we would have had to have done some very specific maneuvers. So yeah, that tactic doesn't work 100% of the time, which is why I tried to keep my distance instead, because that is the safest way to tackle that fight, but unfortunately that didn't work either, because despite the fact that these enemies are supposed to be stunned by my electric attacks, despite that, the Arkeyan enemy didn't care about what it was supposed to do, and it went on ahead and attacked me anyway. Oh sweet, he's dead. That's a good start. And unfortunately I have a lot more to have to deal with. Including the big fellas, I repeat, including fine big fellas. And there's going to be a third one if I'm not careful. Last thing I need is a third fella. Never mind, they're going to give me a third fella anyway, despite my pleases not to. Okay, cool, let's try to keep our distance here. That gate is really annoying. This is not where I want to be right now. Okay, thank God my waves are stupidly overpowered. Thank goodness for that. Oh, did you have to spawn in another one? Oh, that's just rude. Luckily, my waves penetrate through enemies, so I can aim at him, and it will go through to the mage fella. Okay, cool. That wasn't even the hard part of the fight. I am so screwed. If I wasn't screwed before, I'm so screwed now. Okay, that guy didn't hit me. Thank you for not hitting me. Oh, of course these guys are on opposite fucking laser attack patterns. Why wouldn't it be? Why wouldn't it be on opposite lasers? Okay, no idea why I did that initial sea-slime slide. Don't ask me why, I just kind of roll with it. This is a place of a terrified man. Man, where's an invincibility charm when you need it? Okay, we're not going to go back into that section again. I don't think that would be a good idea. What? That does that? Okay, thank God I just learned of this awesome new groundbreaking ability that Zap possesses that nobody seemed to know about. Oh, it's not working this time. That is tragic. That is unfortunate. Okay, watermelon. It's not going to do much because my health is too low to take a single hit anyway. Okay, take out the duelist. Sweet! That is awesome! That is also awesome! Come on, Zap! Clutch of the century! Come on! Yes! Okay, final guy. Just gotta not lose it. As long as we're not stupid here, we should be fine because they're easy one-on-one. Mono-y-mono, this guy doesn't stand a chance. I almost feel sorry for him with the lack of chance he currently stands. Almost, anyway. Yes! I'm doing my awesome broken zap things! That might just be the title of the episode, we'll have to wait and see. My awesome broken zap things. Zap does broken zap things. I love Zap, okay? If anyone who ever questions as to why he is one of my top 10 favourite Skylanders, this is why, okay? This is the proof right now. Let's go! I've never done this level without dying. Granted, I could still die to the spikes, so let's try not to die to the spikes. But I have never done that. Not on the history of this channel have I ever gotten through this level on Nightmare Mode Drawn a Lock undefeated. I think Zap is about to make history today. And this is all thanks to his Zap things. I love Zap things. Zap things are my new favourite kind of things. They should add that to a song. You know, these are a few of my favourite things. Zap things. They should be added. It will make the song even more legendary than it already is. Not that I know the lyrics to the song. And I couldn't even sing the lyrics to the song if I knew them, because my singing is just too good that it would get the video instantly copyrighted for the infringement of the copyright on that song, because again, my voice would be just way too good. So here we are. Lost City of Arcus has been complete in Nightmare Mode. No deaths. Now, I understand that to most people who are good at the video game, this isn't a big deal, but to me, this is a huge deal. Zap has just been confirmed unkillable. That was so stupid. And you know what? I have no problems with that whatsoever. Oh, mate. And now, you know what features in, this final level, bringing order to chaos? Even more water sections, which means that the enemies are even more screwed than they were before. Let's go. Here, let us go and bring order to chaos. After all, they are opposites. We must bring one to something to equalise out the other. Oh, that was a little bit mistimed on my behalf. Okay, let's try that again. Apparently Zap is overpowered, but not when it comes to solving these rolling puzzles. Oh, I was a bit too eager again. There we go, that got him sorted, didn't it? Okay, we definitely want to take out the snipers first, because the snipers are a much bigger threat than for Juggernaut, especially whilst Juggernaut ceases to attack us. Okay, get out with a laser. Again, one-on-one, these guys are no problem. So we take out the snipers, so we don't have to worry about additional attacks hitting us. They get out of the way. Sweet! Take him out some more. Let's try not to die to the shield Juggernaut, especially since I have already said how easy they are one-on-one. So it'd be very embarrassing to die after having said that. Got him! Damn right, Zap. Damn right it is. So this is where tech will be stronger here. So what we're going to do is we're going to swap out for Series 2 Drill Sergeant, as Bouncer has already had his turn of the spotlight. So I think it's time to give his tech compadre a little bit of love. Okay, watch out for that. That big ass fire thing is what we're looking out for. Would prefer not to get hit by that, please and thank you. The last thing I need is to lose Drill Sergeant to this section of all things, especially since his Series 2 has been doing so well thus far. He's one of a few Series 2 lefts, in fact. There's him, Igknight, and Bash. Obviously there was Zap going into this episode, but based on the tragedy that occurred with the Crystal Golem, Series 2 Zap is no longer amongst us either, who probably could have finished off those two sections, because at the end of the day, for the most difficult, most challenging and threatening part behind our Auto Drive adventure is definitely for double Juggernauts. But because we isolated them and fought them one-on-one, it made it so much more easier for Series 1 Zap. So Series 2 Zap would have had to have just have done the exact same thing. Excuse me, bounce pad! Excuse me? Because of that stinking bounce pad, I don't have to go through and do the whole thing all over again. Thank you for nothing, a useless bounce pad. So yes, it would appear as though Zap's one and only weakness in this game is getting stuck. For game, literally, like, I know I cheese this game a lot. For game, luckily, on the game's behalf, for game, and it is conscious by the way, the game definitely has a working brain. So that's why I refer to it as a living being. That is why I'm personifying the game in and of itself. This video game, it can dole out cheese just as easily as it can take it. So I might have cheese tactics. The game has cheese tactics of his own. For example, trapping Zap in a point where he just gets stuck. And there's nothing I can do about it. The game cheesed Zap. And that was the only way I could defeat it. Because Zap otherwise was completely unkillable. That was the only chance the game stood. So let's stick with that because it's working so far. I did have a moment of thought. I was thinking, should I give Whamshell a chance for once? And then I remembered that Whamshell sucks, so I decided not to. Even though Whamshell probably could get through this section, but I'm not going to risk it. I'd rather, you know, take low risk and get high rewarded for it. And in this case, that high risk is Zap. Look at this, just like Igknight, he's attacking enemies before they can finish their attack animations, which means that they aren't having a chance to even hit me. Plus I have bombs, which on top of all of this is overkill. Got him! Okay, sweet, let's get him some more. Die, thank you! Thank you shall receive all that. Okay, sweet, we've got every single one of them as well as a slice of pizza that I don't even need. Let's pop down here because we can garner ourselves a soul gem for a representative within the Locke, and as per the norm, whenever we seek out the soul of a representative, we are absolutely going to preview what their gameplay has to offer, even though we have seen it unfold before us already. Here, folks, is Flashwing. She looks awesome. I want that Skylander. Good thing I have a Skylander already then, isn't it? Now, the reason we're not swapping out for tech is because fire's about to pop up. There's no combat left. So switch out the tech will basically just wait to a waste of time. Speaking of wasting time. Okay, let's blow that up. Sweet. Get ourselves another bomb. And we're not doing this for Legend Treasure, by the way. No, we're using this for way more noble causes. There we go. Okay, now that we have an orb as well as Igknight, these guys are truly screwed. That is when my portal wants to process Igknight. He's just too awesome for a portal to comprehend. There we are, that's better. No, stay away from me, laser. Stay away. Oh man, the ball is now gone. If only the flamethrowers kind of pushed it for me, that would be great. Okay, cool, he's dead. As is he. Oh, almost he is anyway. Okay, let's finish him off. Power blast! And that's not going to hit us from back here, surely not, right? We're safe, we're good, we're all good here. Yeah, just let that blue flame engulf him, finish him off over time, sneak behind him, boom, boom, shake room, because you are so easy now! I wasted all that time rolling up the orb to potentially cheese these enemies, and in the end, Igknight doesn't even need the cheese. In fact, Igknight doesn't need cheese because he is cheese. Okay, he is for cheese! I love the fact that in this finale, something that's meant to be tough, I'm making it look easy just because the game is being kind enough to let me play as all of the best and most overpowered characters. Like, the game has thrown me a bone. Obviously, I felt bad for you, dude. Okay, get out of that before I get hit by the laser. Okay, get out of the way with the bomb as well. Thanks, fellas. Thank you again. Boom. Shake it for room. That's what we're talking about. Okay, let's not get hit by the fire, because once again, fire spirit takes damage to fire. It doesn't make sense to me either, but you know, that's just for game's rules, I suppose. Whatever the game says goes, I'm afraid. As much as I really wish that wasn't the case. Like, trust me, nobody wishes that was not the case more than me. Oh wow, that gives you a watermelon and a pie, and obviously we get those pies as additional health benefits for beating the Dark Light Crypt, which makes me glad that we beat the Dark Light Crypt before the Arkeyan trilogy, because some of those pies came in clutch. Well, not the Zap, obviously. Series 2 Zap ate the pie and then still died anyway. It didn't quite heal him up enough as what we wanted. Okay, apologies for that cut there, guys, but it seems as though I'm back in here, straight into the action, where I have to be very careful with Series 2 Igniter, because, obviously, losing him means I revert back to the original, and I lose my awesome WoW power that's been clutching out so many situations thus far, but unfortunately, given that this character also needs to go into the Chaos boss fight, unless he can one-shot Chaos, which is yet again another feat that I'm yet to have accomplished in this game. Unless that happens, all of a sudden, it's not happening, period. To survive for this character, that is. But luckily, we are so far so good. We had to take a hit from a Chompy by the looks of things. We're going to bounce up, and luckily for us, Ark has a particularly useful charm, so first and first we've got to get there without taking damage to these blades first, because not only would they hurt a lot of that, but it would be the damage that is just so unnecessary and so avoidable. It would be such a waste of damage! Like that. Okay, went on ahead and skipped to the final Chaos boss fight section here, where obviously there currently is no element of the area, so we don't need to worry about a representative corresponding with the current element of the area. We're playing a Series 2 Drill Sergeant, which was pretty much who I was going to pick after Series 2 Ignite is inevitable defeat regardless, because he's the best in terms of us, you know, having a really competent character that can keep his distance and outmaneuver enemies very easily, but also he has a Series 1 we can fall back upon, which means that we don't need to risk a character who would permanently be lost. A character like Flashwing would be another backup of mine because she's really busted, but if she was defeated here, she would be classed as dead, period, and would lose out on the chance to upgrade to her Lightcore version for Swap Force. So without further ado, let's get lasering and charging and rocketing all at the same time, mind you, because that's pretty much what Drill Sergeant has going for him. But yeah, it's really annoying that Ignitor of always would die in that fashion. It's funny. In fact, I think it's fun hilarious, the timing and all that. But annoying all of the same. And now we've reverted back to the Series 1, which is WoW powerless, which really stinks because Series 2 WoW power, Series 2 Igniter's WoW power makes him so much better and so much more fun to play. So unfortunately we lose out on all of that moving forward. But hey, at least I still have a version of Igniter to fall back on. Igniter gets to be carried on. And say, as Mike, Series 2 Drill Sergeant, if he's able to solo shot this, it would have been a lot easier if we got Series 2 Igniter up to this point, and the Series 2 Igniter could have played through the majority of this, and then obviously Drill Sergeant would only need to finish the fight as opposed to get through the entire thing. And it would have been a pickle jar situation where Igniter would have loosened the pickle jar, so that then Drill Sergeant could have ultimately opened it. But as it stands, it's more likely that instead Drill Sergeant will do the loosening, and some other character will have to come through and open the jar in the end. Unless things keep going this way. So far, this ain't too bad. But in having said that, I've probably jinxed myself, so ultimately, that was a really stupid thing to say. Why did I say that? I'm basically just asking for jinx at this point by saying stupid things like that. Okay, let's continue attacking these fools. Unfortunately, I'm not getting a buff from any of the charms I get, despite Chaos being both robotic and giant, so why am I not getting attack buffs? Okay, great, we have the eye lasers that our best Ghost Robot friend very inconveniently told Chaos that he possesses, but that's okay, best Ghost Robot friend, I forgive you. After all, what are best Ghost Robot friends for, right? Ow, that laser was very painful, as was Chaos' slam, which he used to defeat his own minions, mind you, so that's convenient. Anyway, can we please hurry up with the next phase already? These guys' lasers are scary. That's why I took so much damage in the first place. Okay, come on, get in. Stop targeting the freaking juggernauts and hit Fist of Orcus. Orcus? What the flip is an Orcus, man? Obviously made up word. Thank you. It's about damn time, man. Okay, how long till the healing orbs come up? Because I much prefer healing orbs right now over the damaging ones, obviously. And luckily for us, Ermit the Hermit and our BGRF, they've turned the tables. The tables have been turned. Okay, cool. Lasers again, obviously, because him being able to laser eye us from that distance and that trajectory makes sense. As does that Juggernaut's hitbox. Screw you, you freaking Juggernaut. But luckily we're at the very end of the fight, so Flashwing being able to clutch us out should be a piece of cake. Hopefully, and having said that, I didn't just jinx myself, because that would be very annoying. Oh man, one time Invincibility Frames came in clutch. Thank you, Invincibility Frames, much. Thank you very much indeed. Wow, these guys just really don't want to die, do they? It looks like we're making them get up. Okay, cool, we pushed them off the edge, this is fantastic. Okay, watch out, let's not get hit by anything. Let's just try and kill all these folks. As soon as the Arkeyan Juggernaut is down, then that's no more enemies to worry about at least, so... I'll be very, very grateful for when that happens. Thank you, video game. Okay, now let's just do flashing things. What does it look like I'm doing, BGRF? I'm kidding, I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. We're still best ghost or robot friends. Don't you worry about that, old chap, old friend. Oh, now let's not get hit by 6 million finger bulbs all at once. There we go, that's what we're talking about. Now, again, where is the healing when I need it? Oh, watch out for the laser. Speaking of healing. Thank you, video game. Okay, let's try to heal and attack at the same time because he can't have much health left! Let's go! I told you so! Woo! 3 deaths throughout the entirety of the Arkeyan trilogy, neither of which are permanent deaths. We only lost 3 Series 2s even, not 2 Series 3s. We lost 3 Series 2s, which means that they revert to their originals. So when we look at for Locke in its entirety, we lost 2 characters. Actually 3. We lost Wrecking Ball, Voodoo, and who was the other one we lost? Wrecking Ball, Voodoo. Or was that it?
That's right. Boom.
Boom indeed, my man. Boom indeed. Yes, I do in fact believe that Voodoo and Wrecking Ball were our only permanent losses because we lost both Series 2 Wrecking Ball, causing him to revert to his original, where we got Series 1 Wrecking Ball also defeated in combat, and therefore he cannot be used again, as he's classified as dead. Voodoo, unfortunately, suffers the same fate. He was defeated in combat and is now classed as dead and cannot be used throughout the remainder of the carryon Locke. But as for everybody else, Series 2 Igniter is simply referred back to Series 1 Igniter, Series 2 Drill Sergeant was referred back to Series 1 Drill Sergeant, and the same can be said for Stump Smash and Cinder, so that's 8 defeats we've had total over this Locke, which means that if we were doing something like Light Call Locke with a limited cast, all 8 members would have been defeated and we would have lost for Locke to our very last member. But we also weren't playing through this game with the best possible cast. For Tech, if we had Drobot, things would have lasted a lot longer. I mean, Earth in this game is pretty safe because all of the Earth sections really aren't anything to write home about in terms of immense difficulty. For proof is in the pudding here because both Flashwing and Series 2 Bash got through the entire game without a single defeat. In fact, neither of the aircraft has been defeated either, so those are the 2 elements we have that currently remain undefeated. But going into SWAT Force, that means we have 11 characters as well as an additional life for Bash, so that's 12. That's going to be 12. Plus the 8 additional characters we generate at random, as well as the upgrades some characters get. So Flashwing will get an additional life, Whamshell will get an additional life, as will Vornado. And then if we keep, and as will Hot Dog as well. But then, obviously keeping Shroombeam alive will mean that he will get a Series 2 version to upgrade to in Trap Team. And we also get Phantom Cinder as well, so losing Series 2 Cinder basically means nothing. All we needed to do was get a version of Cinder to the end of this game in order to upgrade her to Phantom Cinder in the next game. And even if Phantom Cinder was defeated in that game, we still revert back to the original again, because the original hasn't been defeated yet. So Cinder is the best case scenario. And now, with all of this over-explaining out of the way, I think it's about time we concluded the Giants portion of a carry-on Locke. I want to thank you all for watching. This has been a very exciting chapter for Carryon Locke. We did lose 8 lives, unfortunately, but going into this, we got not only the new names from a random name picker, but we also got 5 additional lives from Series 2s. So overall, we didn't lose more lives than we gained, which is key. We need to keep that momentum moving forward. And that's going to be moving forward into Swap Force, which we aren't going to be starting next week, because I have decided to do something a little bit different. So whenever we finish a particular game, between weeks, rather than going straight into the next game from Carryon Locke, we're going to upload a long form video, which is obviously going to contain all episodes of a particular game. So obviously this has been done for Spyro's Adventure already, where we had a video compiling all the Spyro's Adventure episodes. We're going to do the same for Giants. That will be next week, and then a week after we will return for Swap Force. But until that moment arises, we have an intro to see us through. Until then, I cannot, in good conscience, end off this video without first thanking all of my incredible channel members whose continued support help make these videos possible. Without them, these videos would be near impossible to make, so from the bottom of my heart, I truly appreciate every last one of them. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more, there are plenty of options on screen now to explore, and please consider subscribing to keep up to date with all my content. On that note, this video is coming to an end, so thank you so much as always for watching. Until the next video arises, peace!